A very warm welcome to all of you. Welcome to Success EduTech. Today we will be learning a new lesson of class 4 science, that is solids, liquids and gases. So what are these solids, liquids and gases? They are the states of matter. And what is the definition of matter? Any substance that has mass and occupies space is called as matter. That means what? Matter is made up of small particles, and the three states of matter are solid, liquid and gas. Now let us know the differences between solid, liquid and gas. Solid particles are packed very close to each other. That means they are very close to each other, and so they are solid. Okay, but liquids particles are not very closely packed, and in gases particles are very loosely packed. And again, in solids, usually solids are usually hard. You have seen a solid, they are usually hard and they have a fixed shape, like your chair, rubber, or take a table, take it anything, they have a fixed shape. But liquids do not have fixed shape, and they can flow, and they can take the shape of the container they are poured into. Let us take the example of juice or water or soup. They can, if you are pouring it in a bowl, so it takes the shape of the bowl, but you are pouring in a bottle or glass, it takes the shape of the bottle or glass. Now for gases, gases have no fixed space. They occupy and are all available space in the container. Suppose if you talk about air or oxygen, you can see it is available everywhere. Wherever there is empty space, the gases are going to occupy. And solid, on applying force, some solids can change their shape and some solids can bend or broken. Suppose if you are taking the shape example of rod, if you are applying force, they may be bent. Or if you are taking the example of some aluminum vessels, if you are pushing them, or if you're using the force, they can even change the shape. Liquids are also fluids. They can flow from one place to another, like from glass, if you are changing it to bowl, they can change the shape of the bowl. If you're from bowl again, you're changing to a small container, then it will take the shape of the container. Gases are also fluid. They also flow from one place to another. Now, as you see in this picture, what are solid, liquid and gases, and what are the example of that? If you can see it here, pencil, book, chair and marbles are some examples of solids. Water, milk, juices are some examples of liquid. Air and cooking gas are the examples of gases. Now, change of state, how solid changes into liquid, liquid changes into gas. Let us understand. Matter can change from one state to another. The process in which the solid changes into liquid is called as melting. Now, solid, if you are melting, like if you are taking a solid like ice, and if you are melting it, so what will happen? It takes the shape of the water. Okay, so the process by which solid changes into liquid is called as melting. The process by which liquid changes into vapor. Now, again, if you take water and you are boiling it, so what happened? Vapor comes out, and what is that process called as? That is called as evaporation. The process by which gases changes into a liquid on cooling is called as condensation. Now again, what happens when the vapor, it cools down and it changes the shape of a liquid, and that is called as condensation. The process by which the liquid changes into solid is called as freezing. Now what happened when we keep water inside the freezer, and then it takes the shape of ice again, so it changes into ice, and what is it called as? It's called as freezing. So we learned four types of changes of state, that is melting, evaporation and condensation and freezing. So these are the changes of states. Let us revise it again. From solid to liquid, it is called as melting. From liquid to gas is called as evaporation. From gas to liquid is called as condensation, and liquid to solid is called as freezing. Okay, let us go to the next one. Now let us understand what is the meaning of solute, solvent and solution. The solid that dissolves in a liquid is called as solute. What is it called? When the solid is dissolved in liquid, it is called as solute. The liquid in which the solute dissolves is called as solvent. The liquid when the solute dissolves in solvent is called as solution. Solute plus solvent is called as solution. Let us go and see the examples of this. So now solid dissolves in liquid. Let us take sugar dissolves in milk, and the solution is sweet milk. Salt water and the solution is salty water. Okay. Now let us go to the next one. Separation of substances. Soluble substances are those substances that dissolve completely in water and form a solution. Example, salt and so sugar. That means what, when you take a spoon of sugar and dissolve it into the water, and can you get it back? Can you separate it back? No, but soluble substances can be separated. Can you separate like that if you once you have mixed it? Can you separate it like that? No. But when you heat it, what will happen? The water gets evaporated and you get the salt or sugar back. The salt solution, water evaporates and the salt particles are left behind. So as I explained you right now. Now, what happens? Separation of substances. Insoluble substances are those substances that do not dissolve completely in water. For example, sand and salt. Now, sugar and salt, they dissolve completely in the water. And what happens then? What you have to do? You have to heat it so that the water gets evaporated and the salts, you can get the salt. Now for insoluble those are called soluble substances. Now for insoluble substances, what happens? For insoluble substances, they do not dissolve completely in water, and you can separate it by the process of filtration, sedimentation and decantation. These are the three processes in which you can separate. So what is filtration? Filtration is solution is passed through a filter. If you can see this picture, see, this is a filter and this is the solution which is mixed, like insoluble substances are mixed here. Okay, so what are you going to do? You're going to filter it out. So you can see the water comes out here, the pure water comes out here, and in this filter the insoluble substances remains. So you can separate it through this method. For example, see, liquid passes through the filter paper while the soluble substances get retained on the filter paper, as I explained you right now. For example, sand and water can be separated through filtration. So if this is a mixture of sand and water, what will happen? You are going to put it inside the filter and the water will come and settle down here in this beaker, and here in this filter paper the sand can accumulate. So you can separate by this method. Now, separation of substances. Decantation is a fast method of separating mixture of heavier solid and liquid. For separating the mixture of water and sand, we should let the sand to settle down. So at the bottom of the container, and then we pour out the water at the top of to the remaining container. Now, what we can do for this? Decantation is very fast method of separating the substances. What we can do? We can mix sand and water and allow the sand to stay for some time. So what happens? The sand settles down at the bottom of the beaker, and at the top the water is there. And what we can do? We can separate the water to a different container, and you can keep the sand in the same container, so the separation of substances could be done. This was the first lecture on states of matter. So please like, share and subscribe my channel, and wait for the next sessions. So I'll come up with many more lessons of science. Thank you and have a nice day.